Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Violet Skyber. Let's explain the different types of precipitation, how they form, and also how they can be hazardous when you're driving through them. So starting with a warm front, that's usually where we see mixed precipitation such as freezing rain, sleet, plain rain, and plain snow. So as this warm front advances, it has warmer air on one side of it and colder air on the other. And as this warmer air is advancing along this warm front, it gets shoved above some colder air because warm air is less dense and wants to rise, and cold air that's more dense wants to sink. So, with this warmer air aloft, that's where we see rain. First, starting on the other side of the warm front, where we're seeing completely warm air, this falls as plain rain. Now, as we get closer to the edge of that warm front, it's still falling as rain, but we get a little sliver of some much colder air at the surface. So that rain will transfer to freezing rain on any cold surfaces at the ground, including roads. Now, as we go further towards the colder air mass on the other side of that warm front, that's when we start to see sleet. It's falling as rain, but then freezing into ice crystals before it reaches the ground. And that's when we see those little sleet pellets, but they don't accumulate on any surfaces, making them icy. As we continue going further away from that warm front, it's completely cold air and all plain snowfall. Now, as we look ahead to driving conditions, why this is so important for traveling. When you're driving across a bridge, it usually tends to freeze over with freezing rain and not sleet. That's because sleet falls as ice pellets, not really making the road that icy. But freezing rain, with that colder air at the surface, that freezing rain starts to make roads pretty slick. So here's some tips for driving. Keep the steering wheel straight, do not brake, and take your foot off the accelerator to slow down. Hopefully you guys stay safe driving this winter.